Oh, I would do anything for love. I will do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Alyssa!
No, I won't do.
Welcome to the Married at First Sight Season 14 Episode 3 review. This is Couples Couch with
Pat.
And I'm Cam. He always got to irk my nerves. Welcome to this week's episode. Let's get into it. The name of this episode is Beantown Wedding Throwdown. If you are new to our channel, this will be a high-level overview as we see fit.
This is where we suffer for 2 hours so you don't have to.
Because I did suffer through this. But I will say, let's do some housekeeping really fast before we get into the episode. If you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram. I just started a new Instagram page for Couples Couch. The @ symbol is right at the bottom of your screen. Take a pause, go ahead and follow us real fast on Instagram. Also, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We are moving on up, George and Wheezy style. All right, y'all, that's all I got.
George and Wheezy, we look like King Jaffe and the Queen.
I look like I'm supposed to be throwing rose petals at your feet.
There you go. Well, hopefully after we film, the royal...
Your Royal Highness is clean again?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. In this episode, the final two couples will get married. That is Noy and Steve Tommy, because he ain't got no job. Somebody called him Steve No Jobs in the comment section. I love that too. And also Alyssa and Chris will get married in this episode. So let's get into it.
Let's go.
First up, Noy and Steve Tommy pick up where they left off, which is Noy at the top of the aisle, heading down to the altar. She didn't see him yet, but in this episode, boom, she sees him. She smiles. She actually was a little rattled because she thought she had more time to actually before she had to walk down the aisle, and they were like, "No, go time to go." And she was like, "I thought we had time," and then they pushed her down the aisle. She was excited though. She saw him.
She looked stressed.
She sees Steve, and Steve sees her, and they seem to have a happy connection. Steve tells her his name. He says, "My name is Steve Moy," and she says, "Oh, it rhymes with my first name, Noy." So now her name is Noy Moy. I'd be like, all right, y'all tripping.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody did this on purpose.
Noy Moy? Like, what? Okay.
Oh, so you work? No Moy.
I'm done. Anyways, they read their vows to one another. They exchange rings. He puts on the diamond band that they each get, and he's like, "I was worried that you may not like it, so I have another ring for you." And he pulls out a ring pop. That's a little jokey joke, you know. He know he ain't got no job, so that's what he was. I'm just kidding. That's not why. That's not why.
This man gonna mess around.
Steve probably got more money than me. Steve is big bank.
Yeah, I told you, advisor, baby. I don't got a salary. I get 10% of whatever the deal is.
Steve got more than us. We over here joking. I'm just kidding.
Speaking of more than us, I'm gonna start selling spots on. Y'all can advertise right here.
Oh, if you have a product that you would like to see featured on Couples Couch, hit us up in the comment section or send me an email at camhumphreys@yahoo.com, and we will be more than happy to advertise to our over 7,000 viewers.
I'll sell anything.
I just gave a whole little infomercial.
Right. You're the intro lady.
Yeah.
I'm there to sell a product. Listen, I can sell this. You need to get this right here. If you don't have this, I don't know what your life is like. And once you get this, we'll give you a deal on that. You can get this and that for the low price of $20.
Let's get back into the scene.
All right, she's going back to throwing flowers. I'm just waiting for her to pop out of the water.
You are so...
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Get out of here. Steve and Noy, they seem very happy. They walk back down the aisle. And they both are saying that they're attracted to each other. They're very comfortable. They just seem to actually have a real connection. And for a hot minute there, they sucked me into believing like, yo, this might work. Like, they seemed legit out of all the 5 couples to me. That's wild, I know I'm saying, because he is unemployed.
Couldn't have been me.
But they seemed like they had a real connection. I'm like, yo, look at me actually trying to see if they're going to work.
Could've been me.
That was it for their
My
scene.
face would have gave me what I was saying.
But she didn't know he's unemployed yet.
I'm talking about him.
Alyssa and Chris are up next to be married. They show them in their hotel rooms. They're getting hair and makeup done. They're popping champagne. Their friends and family members are coming in to, just talk to them, see where they're at, if they're ready to get down the aisle. Chris sends Alyssa a little note, and she begins to read it, and she starts to cry and get emotional. And she's like, nobody look at me. Nobody talk to me. And then her friend takes the note. And finish reading it on her behalf, and her friend, did you see, had to be like dabbing her tears? I'm like, why are you? This is not Beyonce, and I'm even sure Beyonce don't need nobody to dab her tears.
Supposed to blow your
got
nose
2 hands.
too? Why your middle? Do you know that middle meat of your nose? Why yours hang
bridge.
down so low? Why I gotta see half up your nostril when I look at you straight? Problem for me.
Listen,
You got to get some shutters or something for it.
shutters for your nose, your nostrils. Anyways, I'm not doing this with you.
Yeah, you have to stay with the COVID protocols all the time. She's not into seeing boogers, and with that much middle nose meat, I know you got boogers sitting there.
Middle nose.
The middle nose meat. I can't.
Her mom and dad come in the room. She's standing there. Not a person of the 3 of them gave each other a hug on her wedding day. They just stood there and talked to her, and she was just, to me, very cold. She then proceeded to slide on her boots, under her cowboy boots, to be clear, under her wedding dress, and started heading down to the altar. Alyssa said that her husband better not have snaggle teeth, because she will turn around and be like, well, it was fun.
And the yellow.
But nothing that Crest White strips can't fix in like maybe 2 or 3 doses of it. All
right.
And an Invisalign tray for sure can.
You must be promoting the product because it's
you want to hit up my orthodontist?
3 years of Invisalign.
He back in the DMV though when I used to be in.
Your orthodontist, he just straighten them. Who go bleach them? The Clorox factory.
They give you strips and stuff.
Them strips ain't gonna get it done. Different strips.
Why are we doing this? You're a mess.
Because the show was born. This is
mess.
not my fault.
Okay, but let me get the rest out.
The people know I got ADHD. When you put out a boring, dull show, all I'm gonna do is pick apart your cast members. Make a better show. Give me a plot line to watch, or get your crew members annihilated. All of them and all they chins.
So pretty much she don't like anybody with snaggle teeth, and if he does have snaggle teeth, she said, I'm gonna yell out in the crowd and be like, is there a dentist in the building? That's what she said.
Is there a plastic surgeon to get rid of all your chins? You got 4 chins. Quad chin. Alicia quad chin. Alyssa quad chin.
Not Alicia Keys, but Alyssa Chins.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is why I'm not doing this with you. Okay.
These boots were made for walking. Close up, and this chin was made for talking. It's for them.
Stop. Okay.
Not by the hair on my chinny chin.
She walks down the aisle. She's very cold. She does seem to sob a little bit. I don't know. Chris says to her, I like your bouquet and your dress is very pretty. And she was just like, and did you see my boots? He was like, yo, you just came here. Like, no, I'm really trying to see who you are. But she shows him.
I'm glad you got on boots so you don't hurt your toes when you kick rocks. Hello. Nah, Pastor, we're not going to need you today because this one here, I can see it in her eyes.
So they read their vows to one another. They exchange rings. They go in for the kiss and walk back down the aisle. And even her walking down the aisle, to me, she had a sour face coming back No? It's just like a little sour soul. Like, why are you just so sour? The whole ceremony, though, she acts very cold to me.
Oh, my. Yeah, cold.
Cold. That's the, you know?
Cold
you know,
and stink.
I saw something that said you can fix your teeth, but you can't fix a cold heart. In regards to Alyssa, someone posted that, and it was like,
absolutely right.
Yo, they read you your rights in that one because he can totally get some white strips and some Invisalign or even
he gonna need
braces.
some visits. Quit trying to get this man teeth fixed mobily. Let him go into a dentist.
He needs the actual work, the brackets on
veneers, whatever he gotta do.
And look, Chris is very successful. He has a successful career.
In what?
He's a real estate agent.
He should have been already took care of that problem. Your face is your business.
He says he makes $1 million deals on behalf of other people, and he said, you know, he seems like he has a solid career. So she's over here worried about teeth that he can clearly afford to fix. Mm-hmm. Like, so you're hung up on the most shallow parts. You need to be worried if he's gonna cheat and beat you. That's what.
That was all the criteria I had to meet. Dang.
Cheating and beating. As long as you ain't doing that, we can work on everything else.
Yeah. Who was your mentor, Medea?
Nah, Chris. Listen.
As long as he ain't cheating or beating.
He good. You can work on everything.
You know your husband out behind the shed smoking crack, but he don't come home and beat me.
I didn't think about the drugs.
Yeah. No and he ain't out there cheating in the streets.
Behind the shed smoking crack. Something's wrong with
Baby,
you.
I love you, and I love you too, you non-cheating, non-beating crackhead. That's my crackhead.
Stop.
Go get your fix, baby.
Stop.
Ma'am, have you seen your husband? No, and y'all ain't gonna see him either.
I'm done. After the wedding, they share some information about Chris's last name, his hobby. He says he plays disc golf, which is frisbee golf. He is the VP of the New England Disc Golf Association. Alyssa Face giving everything of like, somebody come get me.
You don't know. You go sit there and look at me like this.
Put some respect on my name.
I am disc golf in New Jersey.
He's like,
or Boston.
He's like, put some respect on my name.
Respect on my name. Respect on my name. Put some respect.
I thought last week you don't put on wigs and do TikTok dances.
Noy, where you at, cuz?
Put some respect on my name. You already know what it is. Respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name.
Listen, I respect it. Chris, be the VP of the New England Patriots, Tom Brady Disc Association quarterback disc throwing.
So,
five super disc rings instead of Super Bowl.
Listen, the NFL is still a sore subject for me right now. After last week, I can't.
So did they make the playoffs? They didn't.
They did, and they lost last week.
That was the
at?
Listen, with Chris doing disc throwing. I was following the New
Barnes
England.
and Noble's reading a book.
I was following the New England Golf Association is what I was following last week.
Do you all have any publications? Can I research that?
And Barnes and Noble was like, minding my own. And thank you to shout out to the people in the comment section that said Barnes and Noble was the hangout spot. You're the only one with your non-reading self in there, out of there, really.
I would go to Barnes and Nobles and leave frustrated.
Too much
I was
smartness
that kid in class like, how many chapters you read? 4. You know, they gave us 20 minutes to read. Shit, I got 4 pages. I'll read a line.
Y'all see what I gotta do with?
Audiobooks.
You see how you always end up with the opposite?
Audible.com.
They say opposites truly attract. How did I end up with you?
You not the opposite. You don't got a book nowhere in the room, not by your bedstand, not by your nightstand.
Because you made me this way.
No, I didn't make you nothing. Went to Barnes
I
and
would
Nobles
have
3
had
times
a whole heap of
on 3 dates to meet some dude, and now you was in Barnes and Nobles all the time.
I would have had a
she
whole
was not.
heap of books if it wasn't for you.
That's all you would have had. And maybe a cat.
Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat. Let's move on to the wedding photo scene.
She was not. People in the comments. She was not like y'all. She's not a reader. She don't sit up at night with a. She sit up at night watch Real Housewives. Only time she read is if she got to turn the volume down and not wake up one of the babies, and she got to read the captions. One of y'all.
He don't know,
she a poser.
He don't know the old me,
she
y'all.
a poser,
he
yo.
Don't know the old me. He don't know the true, genuine.
She's not active. Kamara is not active.
Active in the what community?
In the Barnes and Nobles.
In the Barnes and Nobles community.
Her Amazon. Look at her Amazon account. Ain't never been a book ever. He
made me this way.
No, you ordered a book for your dad. That's the only book that will show up in your history.
Michelle Obama.
That's it. And she ain't read it.
I had it delivered to his house.
But you didn't read.
Exactly. It didn't come here.
It didn't go to the bars. They got them at Barnes and Nobles. She probably only been at Barnes and Nobles once.
No, it was more than that. It was good times. I'm not trying to go back there, like, you know.
You go. Listen, if I lose you to a Barnes and Nobles, it wasn't meant to be.
You just threw me away, y'all.
If y'all catch her in the Barnes and Nobles, she's... Kamara ain't even for the street. She's for non-fiction aisle.
For the non-fiction aisle? I'm done. I'm moving on.
I met you in the biographical area. That's where I'll take you back to. I'm not going back to the... I'm not going back to the Barnes and Noble, Stevie. Stevie, give me a kiss.
The next few scenes show the wedding photos being had for each couple. First up is Elijah and Katina. They take their pictures. I'm just going to call him O, is saying that he feels that all his sins are forgiven and he feels like he has a whole new start. They are kissing, holding hands. He's lifting her up. For the wedding photos. They getting creative with it. You didn't do all that for me.
I hope a shot of penicillin.
You didn't pick me up.
I hope a shot of penicillin come with that forgiveness for all his sins.
I know. He started off
holy
the photos
water
trying to tell her, like, I've been out here and
I was in these streets.
Yeah, and he was like, but I'll save that for another time. And the photographer is like, "This what we doing right now?"
No, that's what she was like.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself.
See, this weird. It ain't cooking for no reason.
This is not the time to go into this right now. But it's clearly on his spirit, and he almost tried to get it off, but it didn't happen in the moment. Next was Alyssa and Chris. They take their pictures. She makes a comment that he looks like a real estate agent. And you look like what, mama? Like, you don't do that to people. Like, exactly. So the photographer asked Alyssa to go ahead and put your head on his shoulder to make it look like a more intimate shot. She's like, no, I wouldn't do that. That's not even something I would even do. The photographer's like, oh, okay.
Experts did something right.
Right.
Because they matched her up with the right one.
Or
the wrong one. Because had they really matched her up with the right one. You being shady like this on my wedding day?
And she's like, oh, okay. She's like, I'm not into that mushy, affectionate stuff. That's just not who I am, and that's not that's not something that I would do. I guess in that moment, Chris seemed to appreciate it, though. He was like, I like the fact that she's blunt, so that's going to make it easy for me to know. And I just think he's maybe thinking on a level of, like, he don't have to guess whatever she's thinking. But there's only going to be 2 more times of that, and you're going to be like, okay, I'm done with this.
I hope you fall off a horse.
Next is Noy and Steve. They meet and greet with each other's family. They take photos with the families. Everyone is bonding. It just seems like a very genuine connection happening at Noy and Steve Tommy's wedding. I can't lie. I can't front. Like, I mean, I got to give credit where credit's due. They really look like a good match. Job or no job.
Yeah.
That was...
Frisbee boy need to go to Noy's dentist.
Who's the dentist? Oh, because Noy has good teeth?
Yeah. Her teeth are really white.
I didn't even check it. Check it. Like I'm the dentist.
Too much distraction going on around it.
The next few scenes show the wedding receptions. The 5 newly married couples celebrate their wedding reception.
Captain, this is air control. We're going to need you to go ahead and get some altitude. Take this thing up higher, faster, increase your speed. There's a storm coming up. Let's just go ahead and fly over it. The only important part of the show is the last 28 seconds.
We just got word that we have to take this to a high level overview. So let's get into it. First, Steve and Noy. Steve reveals that he took a 4-month road trip and he is in between jobs. Noy said she isn't worried about it. He seems like somebody who would work it out, but her face is saying otherwise. She was
I'm not too worried about it.
I'm not too worried about it. She done ate half her nails off in the scene. Next, meanwhile, I should say, Alyssa is at her wedding reception saying she isn't sure if Chris is going to be her husband long term or how she really feels about him yet because she's only known him for a couple of hours. She says she needs to sit back, put the pieces together, and then analyze everything because it's been a very long, high-stressed day. Next, Katina is learning from Olajuwon's family members that he will end up trying to mold her to be the wife that he wants her to be. Meanwhile, Olajuwon is at the table with Katina's mom, and he is rambling on and on, telling her he has ADHD.
Smartest one on my football team.
He did say that. He's going on about everything under the sun. Actually calls the girl Katrina. Her mom was like, it's Katina. That is a pet peeve for me. There's no R in her name. And then all of a sudden, I think she got tired of his rambling. She was like, oh, what was that, a rabbit? And he looks back and she gets to believe this.
Bro, he said, I'm easily distracted. What's that, a rabbit? He said, what?
And she left. Your mom is smooth. I was like, it went right into commercial, and I thought to myself, yo, did she just play him like that?
I would have.
He was rambling. Meanwhile, Alyssa is now talking with Chris's friends about who he is as a person. They ask her what is her first impression of Chris. She says, he gave me very kind vibes. That shows you that she don't like him. Kind vibes, like, okay, whatever. Her friends say, well, just so you know the kind of person he is, he can be condescending, but it comes from a good place. His intentions are good. He's just always trying to be a teacher. And even if he tries to, drill down on telling you you're wrong, stand your ground and let him know that you're right or whatever if you ever get. I don't know why his friends thought the need to bring that up in that moment. Like, I wouldn't bring that up on the first time speaking to somebody about somebody else that they're condescending. I felt like,
if you're so picky, why are you on a show where you just have to marry the first person, the person they put you with? Like, this ain't for you.
That is facts, but do you agree that their friends shouldn't have never brought all that up about being condescending and all that? I mean, maybe they meant it from a good place or just joking, and I think they had a warped sense of humor too. You know what I mean?
Listen.
I think they had a warped sense of humor.
No, the friends didn't do nothing wrong. This lady is she's a biatch, all right? Mm-hmm. And she don't like him. That's it. And she ugly about it. But she ugly to everybody. She's just an ugly person.
Yeah.
And I mean that literally and figuratively.
Look at you.
Long middle nose meat. Multiple chins.
Okay.
No body.
Okay.
And boots. Like, what do you have to offer?
Alyssa says she doesn't know how she plans to deal with this kind of behavior. I feel like
what behavior? You just heard like you ain't you.
These friends were talking trash. That's what they do.
You haven't talked to the man,
right?
So what behavior are you talking about?
She already don't like him. She just needed something to make it so. If that makes sense. Okay. Next is the bouquet toss. All 5 brides throw their bouquets. Next, Isaac makes an appearance. He starts giving Katina that lap dance. Did you see that? Did you see that? What was going on? Isaac showed up to the building for that one. So there's clearly 2 different people here. I don't think Katina's mom was very pleased. Was very pleased with that lap dance.
Whose mom would be?
Did you see? He was going hard too.
Yo, he was I don't know what it was like. He was bouncing his booty. He
was going in.
Okay.
So at their reception,
he wasn't going in. Someone was going in him. Is what it looked like.
Stop. Back at Olajuwon and Katina's reception, their friends were getting messy. They were asking, do they plan to lay it down on the first night? Isaac showed up with, again in this scene to his friends or his boys and was like, yeah, if she let me, I ain't just been picking her up in the wedding photos for nothing. Like, I've been trying to flex, let her see that, I'm strong. And, if she lets me, do some crazy stuff like flip her and toss her and do all this, in the bedroom, he's meaning, then I'll do whatever. At the other table, her friends are like, so do you have a time frame as to when you plan to do with him? And she was like, 1 month.
That was for the TV. That was for the camera.
Her friends are like, boo.
That was for the camera. I'm not saying that she was lying. I'm just saying that as a dude, if I was talking to her and we got on the subject of sex and she said a month.
Yeah.
With that demeanor, with her tone, I'd be like, all right, by the end of this weekend, like it's Friday, Sunday.
Because she was giving me, I'm about to lay down tonight vibes with, I just want to see his tattoos.
All right.
You going to show them too?
Yeah.
You going to show them all to you. And that was the end of the receptions and the weddings. That was a high level overview. If I missed anything, go back and watch the 2-hour show for sure. Let's move on to the final few scenes of this episode.
For the next 10 minutes, the husbands unzipped the wife's dress. That's it.
Each wife.
And they got in jammies and went to bed. That was it. Nothing else happened.
So for the first time, they were alone. They were in their hotel rooms getting undressed for 34 minutes. Meanwhile, Alyssa is behind the scenes having Chris sitting in the lobby. She's talking to the producer saying she doesn't like people who are pushy and condescending. She said in the elevator he made a comment saying he's just Alyssa's side piece. Clearly a joke. She didn't take it as such. She says she doesn't see one characteristic in him that she asked for. Meanwhile, Chris is sitting in the lobby looking like Patrick, like he got no clue what's going on.
And Crocodile Dundee comes out of the room, the producer.
And she's like, you need to go out there and tell Alyssa, you need to go out there and tell him, Chris, what's going on, because he has no idea what's happening. So she goes out there and she says, first of all, I want to apologize, for having you out here.
Don't apologize to me. You don't mean it.
She says, I don't like things that were said, and it doesn't sit right with me. Chris then apologizes like, I had a good day, and if there's anything you want to know, you want to talk about it. She's like, no, right now you just need to go to bed and go to sleep. And she just literally gets up and walks off. She don't say, you coming? We leaving together? Nothing. She just walks off. And then that was the end of episode 3. I mean,
I'm not watching next week's episode.
We're taking a break.
No, we're going to come on here and talk, but I'm not watching the episode at all.
So you always leave all the work for me.
Just get up here and talk for 20. We're going to give you 20 minutes next week of what we think might have happened.
You know what?
I'm sick of this show, man. They show the best part of the
2-hour
show
seconds of the
was
show.
38 seconds at the end of the show. And them parts ain't even going to get shown until the episode before the last episode.
Facts.
Or 3 episodes.
Facts.
Because it usually goes the explosive episode, a week before decision day, and then decision day.
The season, they're showing all the good times that these couples are having, and then they show some really explosive moments that Katina and Elijah has. Really, it's Isaac who shows up in those scenes. It looks like she's looking at some dude on her phone. I don't know on what platform, Instagram, Twitter, who knows. And he's like, why you got him in there? You are my wife. We are married. And I don't know what that's all about, but that's to come this season.
That's all it is. Whatever they showed you, that's all it is, and they're not going to show it to you.
Patrick ain't no fool after he didn't see what they did with Michaela last season when she blew up. It was that one piece, and that was it for the whole season. But honestly, I saw that to come. I saw Noy appearing to ghost Steve for 24 hours. I saw, it looks like
getting a skin peel.
Lindsay and Mark the Shark look like they're gonna have issues. He looks like he's gonna be or she's gonna be unstable in some
I can
shape
see
or form.
everything you do. You see why my eyes are open this much? I see everything.
That's Mark the Shark.
You ever seen a shark blink? They don't have eyelids.
Listen, I can say is they look like there's gonna be some good parts, but I do agree with Patrick that they drag it out and then it'll be like a 2-second clip, and then they just keep rerunning that one clip in commercials and trailers.
And then by the time you see, you be like, "That's what I've been waiting this whole season for." So,
yeah, I'm not coming. I'll see y'all. I'll be here next week, but I won't.
I don't know. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what your thoughts are of episode 3. Also, please be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button to support our channel. We thank you for watching, and we will see you in next week's episode. Right, Patrick?
I'll be here. I will not have watched the show.
Bye, everybody.